What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla, SPY, Nvda, the QQQ, and a couple of other tickers. I'm also going to break down some very important information about tomorrow. But please note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total, not to mention 8.1% APY on uninvested cash. Anyways, for the markets, I just want to mention that from the way things were going, we were range bound at least for an earlier part of today. But I mentioned to everyone that during the final hour there could be more volatility, and the market does have a tendency of approaching CPI. It's been doing this for the last couple of CPI reports. And if you guys look at the chart, SPY started pumping, so did Nvidia, so is Tesla. The market is starting to push a little bit. So the question is, are we going to see a big pump tomorrow? Is the market going to dump? That depends on many different factors. So tomorrow, it's going to be CPI day. Let me just fix this for 1 second, guys. Tomorrow's CPI day for the United States, and it's very important because it's coming out 1 hour before the market opens, okay? We're expecting CPI to be around 2.6 to 2.7%. That's for the month of August year over year. And then also for core CPI, we're expecting it to be at 3.2%, the same as what we got last time. So that's what we're expecting year over year. And then we're expecting pretty much the same thing for the month over months for both core and all items. So we'll see if we end up getting that 0.2% rate or not. But that's going to be very important. Now, another thing that's worth noting is that CPI has been on a big downtrend so far, and the last reports have been quite good. The market has liked them, but we'll see if this causes a pivot in the market or not. So I just want to let you guys know that if you're holding anything overnight, there is risk involved. We don't know what CPI is going to look like. It's coming out an hour before the market opens tomorrow. But so far, the signs are pointing in direction that it's going to be decent. I'm confident that the month over months are going to be fine. I think that those are going to be fine, and so is Corp, since we're expecting it to be the same for year over year. But I'm not too sure about all items year over year. I'm not sure about this one. This is where we're expecting a bigger drop. Should be fine. We'll have to wait and see. But the market's optimistic. The market's pushing, approaching CPI. So we're gonna have to wait and see if this causes even more upside. So Tesla looks bullish from a technical standpoint, and the market is liking this. So it is looking a little bit more bullish, but just to be safe, you never know what's going to happen to CPI. But another question is, does this mean we have to pump? Because it's also possible that we pump and then dump, or something completely different happens, as the market has a lot of gaps to fill below. So we'll see. I mean, anything could happen with CPI. The most likely possibility is the data is going to be decent and the market's looking a little bit more bullish. But we'll see if we kind of like pump and then dump after it comes out, or if we kind of priced in already and just end up dumping. It all depends on different factors, and there's a lot of manipulation on the day. So just be careful when CPI comes out. For SPY, we're looking very, very bullish. Oh, and by the way, about Tesla, I forgot to mention this. For Tesla, if we continue to break out, you're looking for 225 as resistance. And then if we break that, this imbalance will fill towards 228. If we lose 222, we're looking for basically 220, followed by 217. But overall, this is looking more bullish. We'll see how it goes. For SPY, okay, SPY is looking more bullish right now. If we manage to hold above or break past 550, we're going to be looking for a pump up here. If we hold above 548, then we're looking for 550 as a target for tomorrow. There's a 5-point expected move, so we could go all the way to 553, which is where we had this resistance historically if we break past 550. So I'll be watching to see if we get a big pump like that, or does SPY get a big rug pull and start dumping down to start filling these gaps below into the lower 540s. It could go either way, so it depends on CPI. Technically speaking, we look a little bit more bullish if we close and hold above 548, so we will have to wait and see. If you're holding anything overnight, it's on you. Just be very, very careful. For futures out there, ES is looking a little bit more bullish. We're at the upper end of this resistance around this 5,500 area. If we manage to break that, especially going into tomorrow, we could be looking for a rally back up to 55.27. And if we end up losing 54.88, we could be looking for a dump back down towards 54.60. So overall, it looks a little bit more bullish. I think there's a good chance we try to continue to push, but we have to wait and see what kind of reactions we get depending on the big data report. For Nvda has a nice inverse head and shoulders like structure that's developed right over here. If this is bullish and we end up breaking 110 tomorrow with CPI, we could look for a rally back up to 112 or higher. If this is a trap and Nvidia does not break past 108 and we end up rejecting, look at 104 as our support. If that fails us, we're going to be looking for another dump back down towards 100. When you really zoom out of Nvidia, it could go either way. whether we get a temporary bounce or not. But the overall structure technically is, it is technically still on a big downtrend. Technically, it hasn't really broken out of this. We've just been stuck in a range as of recent, but the bigger trend is still a little bit more bearish for Nvidia. So we'll see how it goes. But like I said before, it depends on CPI. You never know what's going to happen. So just be very careful. For Bitcoin, it's pumping. It looks bullish. I was saying this in the morning. We could be looking for a target of 58,000. We came very close. But the question is, will we see some kind of rejection or not? We're just going to have to wait and see how that goes. For others out there, we also have, let me just double check this. We also have NQ. NQ is trying to push higher as well. We need to try to hold above 18,760. If we lose that, especially with CPI, we could be looking for a dump. If we hold this, we're going to continue to look bullish. To me, this looks bullish. It favors the upside direction, and 19,000 looks like a good target, but we will see if this rejects or not from there. For the QQQ, we look bullish on the 4-hour time frame. If we hold above 457, we're going to be looking for a big push for the 460 area, not to mention 463. If we lose 457, we could be tipping all the way down towards 453. But overall, this looks more bullish as it favors that 460 push. Overall, the QQQ is doing well. For Apple has 221 is our resistance. If this breaks, we're looking for 223. And if we lose 219, we could be looking for a dip. Otherwise, we're just range bound on Apple. We're still stuck within this range right over here. So we're just waiting for that to develop. For the IWM, we dipped all the way down to 206 as I predicted, only to rebound. So now we're back in the range. Will we get a big bounce and push up to 212, or will we end up projecting and losing 206? Depends on CPI. CPI will most likely be decent, but we will see if the move lasts because sometimes the market could price it in. We'll have to wait and see. Coinbase is more bullish looking. I think we could get closer to 160 if we hold above 158. If we lose 155 tomorrow after CPI, though, we could dump. But so far, we look a little bit more bullish on coin. Amazon looks more bullish as we're breaking out. Right now, we're holding above 178 very nicely. And we're looking for 180 as our resistance. If this breaks, we will go even higher. So we'll see how that goes. Meta is range bound. We're looking at resistance very close to this 508 area. If that breaks, we're looking for 513. If we reject off 506, we will dip. As of right now, it's a little bit more bullish. Microsoft is more bullish looking. Got a nice break above 410. We could slowly push up to 414 plus or higher. Google's also more bullish because we are showing signs of a reversal. We managed to hold above 150, so it favors a little bit of a push that could be coming back up towards 153. With that being said, guys, the market is looking a little bit more bullish. We're favoring upside so far, and we're doing a good job at pushing. Now, this doesn't guarantee anything about CPI. We're just optimistic about it. And I said this in my videos. I said that approaching CPI, there might be a pump coming. So now the question is, what's going to happen after CPI? And that's something I can't promise. I can't make any promises about that. We will see if we continue to go a little higher than dump or something complete opposite happens. So be very patient, and then we'll see how things end up going from here. As far as Tesla goes, we are looking a little bit more bullish. We look like we want to push up towards 226 and then 228, but that's just technicals. CPI could cause something very different, so we will have to wait and see. I will tell you guys what I think is going to happen maybe later on. For now, I just want to be unbiased, so you guys can do whatever you want to do. If you want to play it, if you want to, avoid taking risks, it's all on you guys. Whatever you guys want to do, okay? Have a great day. I'll see you guys very soon, in a couple of hours, for one more update about CPI. And until then, have a great day and peace out.